Greetings, dear children. This is your social science educator Sumani Jagirdar, and today we will be studying our chapter number 5, that is of civics. Women change the world. So let us begin with the chapter and let us hop on to the textbook. So let us talk about this chapter. It has different opportunities and how women were being treated. So here we have fewer opportunities and rigid expectations. It is believed that women are good at certain jobs. For example, women can be better nurse because they are more patient and gentle. So any job that involves being patient and gentle would be expected to be done by women. This is linked to women's role. It is believed that science requires technical mind and girls are not capable of dealing with technical minds. So they think that it is only the boys who are dealing with technical mind and hence women or the girls are not given technical tasks. This is said to be a stereotype. We very well know the meaning of stereotype and we have learned the meaning of stereotype, that when you limit something to a particular person without knowing or without judging that, right? For example, that you tell that girls always cry, or maybe boys don't cry, or boys never cry. That is a type of stereotype. Many people believe that the girls should get married once they complete their schooling, means just after school, and when you get graduate you are supposed to marry off. This is the only job done by the women. Why? It is something different for the boys. It is there for boys in different ways, but it is there for boys. It is boys are pressurized to think about getting a job that will pay a good salary. They are bullied or teased if they do not have or they do not behave so. Right? They need to have a very good job and they need to have a very good status. Also, they need to have a good salary in order to have a good status in the society. So, they are pressurized. Girls are pressurized to get married, boys are pressurized to get a good salary. Further, learning for change, which means school is an important part of the life. We all know, we all have longed to be in the school since last 10 months, and it is difficult to imagine ourselves without schooling. But in past, the skill of reading and writing was known only to few, yani only few people knew how to read and write. Earlier situation for girls was very worse, means they were not allowed to go to school. Only sons were taught to read and write. Even in families where skills like pottery, weaving, crafts were taught, the contribution of female was seen as supportive. Even if the women go and get the mud, even if they are baking the pots, they are selling, painting, whatever activities they are doing, but they're not sitting on the wheel to make the pot. That means they are considered as the side workers and not the main pottery artist. In 19th century, many ideas about education and learning emerged. Schools became more common, but there was an opposition to girls' education. Means there was still no commonly accepted notion that girls can go to school for education. Further, if we see, women struggle to learn and read and write. You know that it is a bliss and a blessing that we know how to read and write. Just imagine that women did not know how to read and write. It would be so difficult to become independent, right? So here they have taken an example of Rasha Sundari Devi. She was born in 1800 and she died after 90 years in 1890. So she was at the age of 60. She wrote an autobiography in Bangla. Bangla is a language. So she wrote an autobiography, means a story upon her life. She wrote it by herself. That is autobiography. And if someone writes the story of your life, it is biography. So what was the name of her book? The name of her book was Amar Jibin, and it is known as the first autobiography by any Indian woman. So bad, right? She was an housewife from a very rich landlord's family. Landlord is the owner of lots of big lands. It was believed that if a woman learned to read and write, she would bring bad luck and become a widow. What is the meaning of widow? A woman whose husband died is a widow. So if she would learn to read and write, her husband would die and this would get a bad luck. But even though knowing all those things, she learned to read and write, her marriage was absolutely fine and her husband is also alive. Right? So it was all a myth, all a superstition, and a way not to let women study. Further, schooling and education today. How schooling is different, how education is different today. First, earlier there was Gurukul system, studying in forest, grass, on the ground. Now we have school, whiteboard, bench, smart boards, right? So we have a different datas and the series of datas that the schooling has. The country conducts census after every 10 years. What is a census? Census is basically the countation of population. So it happens every 10 years. It happened back in 2001, now and then 2011, and now it has been forecasted to happen in 2021. So in 1961, almost 40% of boys and men were literate, and while only 15% girls were literate. See the amount, 40% boys and only 15% girls. In 2001, it was 76% boys and 54% girls. That is a good improvement. But can you see the difference between the boys and the girls? Boys is 76, girls is only 54. So the ratio has increased. There is increase no, from 40 to 76 and from 15 to 54. But the gap between the men and women have still not gone away. Children from Dalit, Adivasi, Muslim communities and people from the areas don't attend school due to various reasons. What could be the various reasons? Maybe there are no good schools, maybe there are no well teachers, maybe the school is far away from their home, maybe there is no school at all, or maybe what they want to study is not there. They are unable to travel to that school, right? Maybe they cannot afford to be in a school, they cannot afford to pay fees, to pay for uniform, for books, right? Altogether these may be the reasons for which they could not attend the schoolings. Further, we will study about women's movement. Now let us see what women's movement are. So any movement for their freedom, equality and education done by a woman itself individually is a movement by women. So right to study and go to the school. Women have individually struggled to bring about these changes, which is said to be women's movement. 2006 children, there was a special law passed for physical and mental violence called domestic violence. Means if somebody beats a woman in the house, it is a domestic violence and it is wrong to do so physically and mentally, right? So in 2006 government or the Supreme Court passed a law to protect the women who were mentally or physically harassed. In 1997, Supreme Court's guidelines was to protect women against any sexual harassment. We all know that harassment is not a good thing at a workplace wherever they are working or within the educational institution, means where the child is studying. In 1980s, there were lots of dowry deaths. What is a dowry? When an amount where things or maybe cash price is asked at the time of marriage of a girl child is a dowry, which is not allowed in India. It is banned. You cannot ask for dowry. But even if someone is asking, they are harassing the girl and the girl dies, she commits suicide. Why? Because she is unable to pay that dowry or maybe she is harassed for dowry. The government provides protection under the 1980s law for any death that has occurred due to dowry. So see children, government is taking care of women gradually and gradually. When they are coming to know, they are protecting our interest. Further, how can we support? We can raise awareness. Yes, we will raise awareness amongst our friends, amongst everyone who is around us, that we would respect women, we would give them equal treatment, we will not treat them with stereotype. All right. By protesting. How protesting? If you feel so that you are being done bad with you or something is wrong happening with you, you are always welcome to protest wrong things. Alright, and showing solidary. Solidary means unity, action. When you have some problem, we know unity is strength. So when you show unity in something, you always get a result and strength to do such things. So this was all in chapter number 5. We have already discussed and sent the PDF for the exercise. We will discuss the chapter further in person in the class and for any doubts. Thank you and have a nice day, children.